Hello and welcome to Rickster's Realm. I'm Ricky, and today's video, I'm just going to be seeing what type of guidance comes through for you. It doesn't matter what your current circumstances are or your situation, we'll just see what type of messages come through. I will have the timing figured out in the description box. Please choose whichever group you're most drawn to. I'm going to get started with group number 1. If you chose the first part, welcome to the reading. Let's get started. Just going to shuffle my little heart out here for a moment, and then we'll see what type of messages come through for you. Okay, group number 1. What guidance is here for you at this time? Okay, immediately what I'm getting with this card here, it's a feeling of you needing to have a firm foundation underneath you, okay? There's a feeling here of, again, like a lack of stability or structure, or that's what I'm getting. There's just a feeling here of something being built on a weak foundation, or that something's not as strong as it could be. And again, I feel this is more about, it's more like a foundation, like the basis of something, is what I'm getting linked into that card. But let's see what else we get. What guidance is here for you? Oh, okay. Another message I'm going to ramble on about with this one. For some of you, the message coming through linked into this card, when I'm talking about like structure, stability, that sort of thing, for some of you, that message actually has more to do with your internal world, right? That you're feeling like stable and secure from within, right? That you don't need that from outside of yourself. I don't know, something like that's what I'm getting, but let's see what else comes through here. Guidance for you at this time. Okay, what I'm getting with this card here, it's a feeling of someone, I feel like someone wants to take action towards someone or something. Like there's a feeling here, someone, how do I word this? How do I word it? It's a feeling of something, it's something that makes someone happy, but they're lacking confidence in it or something like that is what I'm getting. And so to link it back to this card here, I feel like someone is kind of immersing themselves in a particular energy or situation, or wanting to do that, which I do feel is positive and beneficial, that sort of thing. But again, there's a hesitant type of energy where I feel like, again, someone's kind of holding themselves back. They're lacking confidence a little bit, something like that. But again, I feel like this is stemming from either, again, like an internal thing, right, where someone's not feeling very secure. They don't feel like, again, they have a lot of structure or stability. Or this could be an external thing. But again, if it's an external thing, it's still a feeling of needing, I don't know, to build a firm foundation, right? And to build it in a way that with one wrong move, it's not going to all come crumbling down, right? Something like that's what I'm getting. But I do feel, just linked into this card here, whatever this is representing for you, again, it is a feeling that I do feel it is something that's positive or beneficial, something that you, I think, would be wise for you to be putting your time and energy towards. But again, how do I word what I'm getting? The guidance coming through here, it's a feeling of you not skipping over any steps, right? That you're, I don't know if I'm going to say doing it by the book, but just something in a way that, again, to highlight that previous message, where you don't want to be building something on a weak foundation, because then it's at risk of falling apart. So something like that is what I'm getting. Let's see what else comes through. Yes, and to be going about things with integrity, okay? There's something here about, there's something here about just doing the right thing. Something like that is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, is the message that I'm getting. So yes, going about things, doing things with integrity, doing what's right. And what else? What's the other message? Not taking shortcuts. Something like that's what I'm getting. It's just a feeling of needing to, again, to do all the steps, put in the time, effort, hard work, whatever it is, something like that. I'm going to see what else we get with some charms. So let's see what we get for messages with this. Group number 1, what guidance is here for you at this time? Okay. With this little charm piece here, the messages I'm getting with this is, it makes me feel like whatever you've got going on here, group number one, I wonder if there's a certain element to it or aspect of it that is confidential or that you've been keeping private or you need to keep private, something like that's what I'm getting. With this little charm, it is like there's something about private information, something that's confidential, the need to keep your mouth shut, something like that is what I'm getting. Let's see what else comes through here. Oh, okay, with the little key. For me, this is representing a new opportunity. Okay, so linking it back into this little charm here, it makes me feel that the guidance coming through for you, group number one, I think there's a new opportunity coming about, or maybe even just an opportunity you're kind of creating for yourself, something like that. But how I'm reading this, it's almost a feeling of, how do I word it? Maybe getting things to a certain point before you start broadcasting it to everybody. Something like that is what I'm getting. With this little charm piece here, messages I'm getting with this is all about needing to, how do I word it? Needing to be very focused. There's something with this charm that it can talk about someone's energy being very scattered, right? That your energy is very scattered, is kind of all over the place. Maybe you're flitting from this thing to this thing, and I don't know, the energy feels kind of messy or something like that. There's just a message coming through here about needing to be consistent and focused on one thing at a time, something like that is what I'm getting. And then what else do we have here? This little totem charm. Messages I'm getting with this is all about you being spiritually guided and protected. Just receiving divine guidance, protection, that sort of thing is what I'm getting. What else do we have here? So with this little chained wing, messages I'm getting with this is all about someone not feeling free, right? Like they're feeling trapped and restricted in some type of way. What else am I getting here? Guidance for you. Okay. So again, everything I rambled on about as far as building a strong, sturdy foundation, that sort of thing, I can't help but feel with the chained wing and then the little totem charm, it's actually making me feel that I feel like you are guided and protected in whatever you've got going on here. So even if for some of you, if you feel like you're getting nowhere fast with whatever it is you've got going on, or again, there's some type of obstacle or something like that, I actually feel like, again, it's more to do with divine timing, is what I'm getting. There's something here where it's almost a feeling like the universe is working behind the scenes for you, right? So it's a feeling that there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of, but that's helping. Helping you in your present circumstances, helping you down the line with whatever this opportunity would be. Let me see what else we get here. Okay, group number one, what guidance is here for you? Oh my gosh. Okay, group number one. This card, this charm, basically it's the exact same. It's the exact same message. There's something confidential going on here. So I don't know exactly what you've got going on. What am I trying to say here? I can't help but feel that it's linked into whatever I feel this opportunity is. Okay, the message I'm getting, and I don't feel this is a set in stone statement for everybody, but what I'm getting to where I feel the confidential information is coming through is it's a type of scenario that I'm getting, not even so much a scenario, but more just a message where, and this is kind of sad, but it is what it is. It's a feeling, what's that saying? If something about people can't ruin what they don't know about. something like that. Like there's something, and again, even to highlight the previous message, right, where I'm like, okay, maybe you want to just make a certain amount of progress with something, right? Like kind of get the foundation started, like do something like that again before you start broadcasting it to everybody. So again, I don't know if that's just coming through more as a general message, right, where it's just going to end up being a better situation for you, or if that's more so a message coming through because it's linked and connected to someone else that maybe, again, would maybe try to go about things in a way to try to ruin what it is that you are trying to build. But I can't stress it enough with this card coming out and then the little charm piece. That's definitely highlighting that there's something that I feel needs to be kept private. So that's what I'm getting with that there. I'm going to pull one more card to kind of wrap up this section of the reading. So let's see what else we get here, group number 1. Guidance for you. Okay. So with these 2 cards together here, and again, what I'm going to ramble on about, it's definitely linking back into that card as well. And the messages I'm getting here, everything I was going on about where I feel like there is something that makes you happy, but maybe you're lacking a bit of confidence in it, something like that. What I'm getting with both of these cards, it's a feeling, again, I don't know, I feel like you could be linked and connected to someone that doesn't have the most supportive or encouraging energy about them, okay? Linked back to you or to whatever it is you've got going on. I cannot stress enough to how I'm reading the cards here. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep going, okay? If you're surrounded by people that, again, trying to give you a hard time, not being supportive, trying to get you to doubt yourself, something like that, that's stemming just from their own issues, their own problems, something like that. Don't take that on. You don't have to own that. And there's something, okay, to how I'm reading these cards, whatever this is linked and connected to for you, to how I read this, is not hurting anybody else, okay? It's a thing of, I feel there's improvement coming about, is what I'm getting, or that's what you're trying to do within your circumstances. But again, I can't help but feel that there could be someone, again, linked and connected to you that maybe gets a little negative jab in, or again, it's almost a feeling of trying to get someone to doubt what they want or what they're doing, something like that. But again, whatever this is linked and connected to, I do feel that it's needed. Like I feel like it is something that's positive, that's going to either help improve your life, help other people, something like that is what I'm getting. So don't give up. That's the strong message coming through here. And I do feel that it would be in your best interest, again, to keep certain parts of whatever you've got going on private. Or to only share it with people that you know have your best interests at heart. And yeah, because again, I just feel like there could be, some energy around you that, again, maybe is not the most supportive, but that, again, that's all linked into the other person. That has nothing to do with you. And I do feel, again, whatever you've got going on, just keep at it. Don't give up. So those are the messages coming through for group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go on to group number 2. Okay, group number 2, welcome to the reading. Just going to shuffle these up a little bit, and we'll see what type of messages come through for you when it comes to guidance. Let's see here. What guidance is here for group number 2? Okay, messages I'm getting with this card. It's a feeling, okay, so whatever, I don't know what you've got going on here with your situation, your circumstances, but it's a feeling of whatever you've got going on. I don't feel that you're at the very beginning of it and you're not at the end of it. It's a feeling of you being somewhere in the middle. And I feel like for some of you, you may be feeling a bit stuck, is what I'm getting. A message I get with this card, it's a feeling of, like, the message I get is not yet, right? So whatever it is that you're wanting, you're going towards, whatever it is that you desire, it's a feeling that you haven't reached that desired outcome yet, or again, whatever it is that you're trying to bring about into your world. And I don't know, like this, and I do feel too that, again, if you are feeling kind of stuck on your path, whatever it is that you're trying to do, I feel like this is most likely linked and connected to something because you don't fully understand what's going on, what has happened, something like that. It feels like there's a certain level of confusion here. I feel like someone's lacking clarity within a certain aspect of something, and so they feel stuck, right? I feel like for the most part, you have been moving along. You've made a certain amount of progress with something. But again, it feels like someone, again, is going along on their journey and now they're stuck. Like they can't keep going, something like that. But again, I feel like this is linked and connected to, again, like not having enough information, or again, that there's confusion with something, right? So you can't really move forward to the next step or whatever it is you've got going on because you're stuck in this energy of confusion and you don't know really what's going on within your circumstances. A message I do get with this card, though, is even though I feel that's most likely where someone is at this present moment, I do feel that you will get to your end result, though. That's what I'm getting. I feel that the message coming through, it's more so for me to encourage you to keep going, right? Or to figure out whatever that crucial little piece of information is, right? So that you have clarity, whatever that is for you. There's just something here where I feel like don't give up, like keep going. Like you're not going to be stuck in this position forever. There's a feeling, again, that there will be progress and momentum and you'll be able to keep going. But there's just something here, again, where I feel like someone needs to gather more information, something like that. Let's see what else we get. Again, there's a feeling of like there's an abrupt stop to something, is what I'm getting. Okay. For some of you, what am I trying to say here? Okay, again, I think for the majority of you, it's everything I just rambled on about. But for some of you, and again, you'll have to take what resonates for you. But it's a feeling that for some of you, the guidance coming through, it is for you to stop and pause for a moment. Okay, like that, and that, how do I word what I'm getting? I know it's tricky. I'm all over the place with the messages here. But again, I think for some of you, yes, if you are all wrapped up within a situation or something like that, and you're so confused and you don't really know what you're doing and what's happening, to stop and pause for a moment and to assess your situation and deal with it for exactly what it is right now and get it to be the best that it can be at this point before you move forward. And I'm meaning that in a way to not make the situation worse, okay? I'm not saying this message in a way of, okay, well, once your life's perfect, then you can just move on. That's not what I'm saying. It's more so that, again, if you find that things are going downhill and that you just continue to struggle with something, again, to just take a moment to pause, maybe try to look at your situation from a different angle, something like that. But again, for others of you, this card coming out can just be highlighting more so everything I rambled on about this card, where it is just highlighting that feeling of the energy, again, stopping, right, where someone feels kind of stuck, something like that. Let's see what else we get. Okay, guidance for you. There's so much fear. Oh my gosh, group number 2. Guidance for you. Yeah, I feel that the fear needs to be dealt with and addressed. There's something going on here where, and again, it's hard to say, but I feel for a lot of you, it's most likely being blown out of proportion. Let's see what else we get here. Oh my God, the cards are going everywhere. Okay. Group number 2, guidance for you. Okay, what am I getting here? Group number 2, guidance for you. Don't worry about what other people think of you. That's what I'm getting, okay? I don't know if you're linked and connected to people that maybe don't have the most supportive, encouraging energy about them. What I get with this card, it's a feeling of really someone, they're not hurting anyone else. They're just trying to make improvements wherever they can, something like that. But it is a feeling that they're being met with some type of energy that, again, is not supporting what they're doing. But it's not because what they're doing is wrong or bad or anything like that. there's nothing but positive energy linked into this card as far as what someone's trying to do. Okay, but again, it can be linked and connected to someone that's maybe kind of giving you a hard time, or again, not being supportive, something like that. Yeah, I can't help but feel that for some of you, I don't know if you got yourself kind of wrapped up in a situation to where, again, you're worried about what other people are going to think of you. I'm going to cast some charms and we'll see what else we get for messages. Okay, group number 2, what guidance is here for you? Let's see. Okay, so with this little charm here, messages I'm getting with this is all about you going about things in the most authentic way possible, okay? And to be vulnerable within that, which I know is easier said than done, but I can't help but link it back into this card. If you're going about things in a way that, again, you're just being authentic, you're being yourself, if other people, have a problem with that, well, who's the one with the problem? The other person, right? You're awesome, right? There's nothing wrong with you. And that's what I'm getting. There's something here about, I don't know, I wonder if a lot of the challenging energy coming through in the reading is really linked and connected to the people or energy situations outside of yourself, is what I'm getting. But for some of you, I don't know if you're very much internalizing it, right? And then again, being worried what other people think of you, something like that. What else? With this little mushroom charm, messages I'm getting with this is all about looking at your situation from a higher perspective, a unique angle, something like that is what I'm getting. Yeah, and that message is definitely coming through strong. Because again, any of this challenging energy where, again, I feel like someone's kind of feeling stuck within their circumstances, again, I feel like that's linked and connected to how someone is perceiving the situation. And again, I know this is so much easier for me to say than, what it is for someone actually living their life this way, but I don't think things are as bad as maybe what you think they are or what you're worried they would be, again, linked and connected to maybe just other people, something like that. With this little ring charm, messages I'm getting with this is all, this has to do with, unconditional love is what I'm getting with this particular ring. There's a feeling of unconditional love, a serious commitment, loyalty, something along those lines. So I'm getting strong messages more to do with unconditional love. Something, and I'm feeling that a lot of this is more about self-love, self-care, something like that is what I'm getting. And then with this little wheelbarrow, messages linked into this is all about hard work, right? And putting time and effort into something. And I do feel with the little wheelbarrow charm and then with this card, I do feel that there has been a certain amount of progress, right? I do feel that you have been putting time and energy into something. And again, for a lot of you, it would be linked back to this card where, again, I feel like someone's trying to make improvements. And then with this little charm, messages I'm getting with this is representing someone or something that's fragile is what I'm getting. And I can't help but then, link it back to this card here where I feel like a lot of messages that have to do with fear. And so that, and then linked into the charm, it just feels like, I don't know if this is a connection, just something else linked into your situation, just something more just personal, just to you and just how you're wired internally, something like that. But there's something here where there is something that's fragile or someone is viewing themselves that way. I don't know. That's what I get with this little charm. It's a feeling, again, of something being fragile or something that could so easily disintegrate, something along those lines. I'm going to pull one more card to kind of wrap up this section of the reading. Let's see what else we get. Okay, that jumped out, so we'll take it. Okay, guidance for you, group number 2. Yeah, what I'm getting with this card, this is all about, okay, we'll link it into this one here. Okay, so these two cards together then is highlighting the need for clarity, right, within your situation. So whatever it is that has you feeling confused, or that you feel has kind of maybe stopped you dead in your tracks when it comes to, again, like the path that you're on, what it is that you're trying to do, there's a feeling here of needing, again, to gain more information, do whatever you can to comprehend something on a deeper level. Because I don't know, there's just something coming through here about, okay, a message I'm getting is you deserve to be happy too, okay? There's something here about, I don't know, I feel like someone needs to be putting their time and energy into themselves. Again, I feel like a lot of you are, right? Taking it back to this card here, where I do feel like someone is trying to make improvements. And I don't know, I just feel the strong message coming through, like, don't give up. Like, keep going. Again, if you need to take a break here or there, or again, if things have gotten really overwhelming, something like that, put the brakes on, take a pause, but don't give up. Like, there's something here about keep going. I think the fear that's coming through, I don't think it's, to me, again, it feels blown out of proportion. And there's something here where with just this card, the energy linked into this card, it's so pleasant. Like it's happy, it's confident, it's clarity, joy, bliss, something like that is what I'm getting. And I feel that this is the direction in which you're going. So again, even if you feel like you've hit a little bit of a roadblock, or, you're kind of stuck at this moment, that's not a forever thing for you. Okay. I do feel you're going to be able to, again, to keep making progress, move along on your journey. But I don't know, there's just something about, there's something about you going about things, again, in the most authentic way possible. Okay. And I feel like that is going to help move you along that much better on your journey. And then just to take it back to the little ring charm, that again, the strongest message I do feel is about unconditional love. And I feel that that's more so for you to have that for yourself. But I can't help but feel with this ring that this can be talking about like a connection to another person, right? A very serious connection to another person, and that there would be a very deep love there. And so again, this ring coming through in the reading can be highlighting that type of connection in your world, or that would be coming about into your world. And again, just to be looking at your situation from a higher perspective, because I don't know. I feel like someone feels like they're going to be stuck forever, or to whatever your current circumstances are, that you feel like this is it for me, right? This is how it's just going to be forever. And that's not the case. I just feel like you are moving towards something that's going to make you extremely happy. That's what I'm getting. And again, to take it back to this card here, if you are linked and connected to people, or certain people across your path that, again, like are not happy for you, trying to make you doubt yourself, getting little negative jabs in and things like that, I cannot stress enough, don't let that deter you. Don't let that bring you down. Because again, that's just all linked and connected to other people, other situations, whatever it is. Because I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of positive improvements coming about into your world, and to not give up. Okay. For some of you, again, you're just kind of maybe just hit a little bit of a rough spot right now, but I definitely feel that you're moving in the right direction. So those are the messages coming through for group number 2. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to go on to group number 3. Okay, group number 3, welcome to the reading. Just going to shuffle these up a little bit, and we'll see what type of guidance is here for you at this time. Okay, what I'm getting with this card here, how do I word this? Okay, I'm not sure if you are the one doing this, or if you are going to be on the receiving end of this. But however we look at it, the message I get with this card, it's a feeling of important information that, again, that you need to give to someone, or that someone will give to you, that is needed. I feel like there's a crucial, important little tidbit, thrown into the mix there. But it could be to where it's something that someone doesn't want to hear. Okay? But it is something that, again, when it's all said and done, even if it's something you don't want to hear, it's better than you not knowing the information. So again, even if it's like, oh, that kind of hurt, didn't want to hear that, again, it's better than not having the information. So let's see what else we get. Actually, another message I do want to ramble on about linked into this card is that I actually feel that how do I word it? Okay, I feel that if you were on the receiving end of this message, it's more so that I think what might hurt is not necessarily the information, but how it's delivered. Okay, the person's approach. Okay, so again, I'll pull more cards. We'll see where this goes. But if this is you, right, and you need to be telling someone something that maybe is not the easiest message to give to someone, I cannot stress enough. Maybe sugarcoat it a tiny little bit. Because I don't know, like that's what I get with this card. It's just a feeling of someone, there's the potential again for someone to not have the best approach in how they are delivering a message to someone. So let's see what else we get. But again, the underlying message, no matter how it plays out, it is a feeling of important information. So let's see what else we get. Oh my gosh, okay. I do feel that this is linked and connected to someone's past, whether this is your past, someone else's past, however you want to look at it. So again, I can't help but feel that it's a feeling of someone, again, bringing up someone's past, most likely something that's not pleasant or someone doesn't want to hear or think about or whatever. But, okay. What I'm getting with these cards, and I don't know if this will resonate with everybody, but a message coming through here is, how do I word what I'm getting? Okay, I'm not sure if this is actually picking up on something that maybe has already taken place. And so now you're sitting within this energy, or if this is something that's going to come about. And what I'm getting here is it's a feeling of someone bringing up someone's past. And again, maybe doing it in somewhat of a hurtful way. If that is the case, if that has happened or does come about into your world where you are on the receiving end of it, I cannot stress enough that if that happens to you, and again, in kind of, a not so great way, I really feel that that's linked and connected to the other person, right? The other person's like, okay, I'm going to see if I can tear this person down a notch or two. It's that type of feeling. It's a feeling, okay, if that happens or has already happened, it's actually a feeling, okay, the scenario I'm getting, it's where someone's actually doing quite well, right? In the present moment, whatever they've got going on, things are working out well for them. They're winning at life. You know what I mean? Like things are going well. And the scenario I'm getting, it's where, again, there's someone else linked and connected that doesn't like that. Maybe they're jealous, they're triggered in some type of way. And so it's a feeling, again, of trying to tear that person down, right? Or to remind them of their past, to remind them of something to when they weren't so great or when things weren't playing out to their liking. Something like that's what I'm getting. Let's see what else we get. Okay, guidance for you. Okay. Guidance coming through linked into this card. This is all about you connecting to people that get you, okay? Connecting to people that aren't, committed to misunderstanding you and that, couldn't care less to even hear your side of the story. This is all about, again, connecting to people that you just feel you just have a certain rapport with them. They get you. Do you know what I mean? Like this would be where you don't even have to say anything and they know what you're thinking and feeling because they just understand you on a deeper level. I'm also getting a message linked into this card too about you surrounding yourself with people that do have your best interests at heart, that aren't going to go about things in a hurtful way, right? Where they're trying to rub your past in your face or again, tell you something that maybe you do need to hear, but that they have, just an unpleasant approach about them. Because this card, it's talking about like a almost completely opposite type of energy. Again, like this, the energy linked into this card, it's so loving, it's pleasant. This, like, this would feel like a best friend type of energy, or a soulmate energy. Like, it would be where you just feel so connected to another person and it feels effortless. That's what I'm getting. And it would be where you feel the type of connection that you would have with that other person. It's not something you can just find anywhere with anybody. Like, if there's something special about it. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what else we get. Okay, guidance for group number 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, group number 3. Okay, how do I even go on here? Okay. Yeah, something's going on here that has to do with really difficult energy or experiences or something like that. I feel like someone is dealing with a lot of guilt, regret, shame, something like that, or that you're linked and connected to someone that's bringing things up in the hopes of having you to feel that way or to stay in that type of energy, something like that. This is not a pleasant energy at all. And I don't know. This is not good. So again, I don't know if this is something that's already kind of come about into your world, or something that could be coming about, because again, I feel like there's some type of information. So for some of you, it could be that this is coming about into your world, but for a lot of you, this is already kind of where you're sitting, right? And the guidance coming through is more so about you connecting to people that would fall under the energy of this card. Again, instead of someone trying to make you feel bad about yourself or to bring up painful, difficult experiences, something like that. This card, the energy linked into this card, I feel it screams the loudest throughout the other cards within the reading here, because it's such a heavy, difficult energy. It just feels like someone drank poison, right? It's just someone just feeling so consumed with, like I said, guilt, shame, regret, something like that is what I'm getting. But I feel you don't need to hold on to this though, right? If this is your energy, your experiences, you don't need to hold on to this. And again, if you're surrounded by people that are constantly bringing up, again, painful, experiences, or trying to remind you of things of the past that you don't want to be reminded of, I don't know. I'm just going to say, I feel your best to be linked and connected to people that, again, fall under this energy where the energy is loving. Do you know what I mean? Like, they want what's best for you. They would want to help you heal from this. They're not going to rub it in your face and make you feel worse. Like, they're going to show you love is what I'm getting, and compassion. Okay, I'm going to cast some charms. We'll see what else we get. Okay, group number 3. Let's see here. Okay, with this little charm piece here, the messages I'm getting with this is it's a feeling of someone living way too much in their head. Okay, so I feel like someone is very much overthinking something. And again, I can't help but feel with that card and this one here that I think for some it's very much linked into, again, a painful, difficult experience, where again, maybe you're dealing with a lot of regret with something. Let's see what else we get here. And then we have this little ring charm. And messages I'm getting with this is all about a very serious commitment. I don't know, like, yeah, loyalty, commitment, something along those lines is what I'm getting. Guidance for you. Again, I can't help but feel that ring is really, again, linked back into this card as far as creating, like, serious connections, again, with people that, again, have your best interests at heart, that want to help build you up, not tear you down. for some of you, I really hope this is not the case. For some of you, it could be that everything I'm rambling on about actually is linked and connected to someone that you do have a serious connection with, and that they're bringing that difficult type of energy into your world. I really hope not, but that, that might resonate for some. With the little wheelbarrow, messages I'm getting with that, this is all about putting like hard work in, putting time and effort into something. Guidance for you. I feel like for a lot of you, this is about healing issues from the past, is what I'm getting. To put the time and hard work into healing whatever I feel this is linked and connected to for you, is what I'm getting. And how do I wrote what I'm getting? The message is coming through in such a way for you to heal whatever the difficulties are linked and connected to your past, so that it's not stealing joy from the present moment. Do you know what I mean? And then even still, to get yourself to a point where even if someone was to bring it up to you, if someone was to tell you something that you don't want to hear, maybe had not, again, not so great approach about them, that it's not going to phase you. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to tear you down. Maybe it doesn't feel well, but it's not going to affect you on such a deep level. What else do we have here? With this little charm here, messages I'm getting with this is all about needing to, how do I explain this? To be consistent with something, to not have your energy so scattered all over the place, to where nothing's really getting dealt with, right? Because again, the energy is just kind of all over the place. There's something here about, again, needing to be more consistent, and just kind of focused, maybe like on one thing at a time, something like that is what I'm getting. With this little charm here, messages I'm getting with this is there's a very transformative type of energy coming through here. And again, I just feel that charm is linked into this card here, where again, I can't stress enough, anyone that again is struggling with regret, guilt, shame, all the horrible stuff, you don't have to stay in that energy. For some of you, if you feel that you don't have this type of person, right, someone that just kind of gets you on a deeper level, you just understand each other, it's just a very enjoyable type of connection, I feel like this could be coming about into your world, okay? There's a feeling, again, of transformations and changes and things like that coming about into your world. And I feel it's definitely going to help release you or free you from things from your past that are kind of keeping you chained. Something like that is what I'm getting. With this little charm here, for some of you, I don't know if you've been feeling very alone within kind of everything I've been rambling on about. Like if you're feeling kind of isolated within your circumstances or to the things that have happened in your past, maybe you feel like you don't have people that you could talk to and things like that, and you're just feeling kind of alone within that. But again, with this card coming out, I feel that you do have someone like that in your world already, or that this person is going to come about into your world. And again, it just feels like the most amazing type of connection on any level to which you would want that connection, right? So if you're looking for a friend, it would feel like a best friend, right? If you're looking, for a life partner, it's going to feel like a soulmate, it's that type of energy coming through. And then with this little charm here, the messages I'm getting with this is all about, guidance coming through for you with this charm. It's about you being gentle with yourself, okay? For a lot of you, I don't know if you're just being way too hard on yourself. Again, for some of you, I can't help but feel that you're regretting decisions that you've made, things like that. But the message I'm getting with the little flower charm, don't beat yourself up for it, is what I'm getting. And because I don't know, I feel like whatever's going on here, I do feel like it's affecting someone on a deep level. I don't feel this is where it's like, okay, some bad things happened in the past and and whatever, I'll just move on. Like, it's a feeling like it really is affecting someone on a deeper level. And I don't know, I just feel like the message coming through, it's about being kind and gentle to yourself, like something like that. I don't know, another thing with this charm, there's so much beauty. There's so much, I don't know, like, this can talk about it definitely talks about an internal type of beauty, but it can also be an external thing as well. Yeah, I don't know if, again, some challenging, tricky things from the past, if that has severely affected your self-esteem or your confidence, something like that. I feel like someone's being really hard on themselves, is what I'm getting. And I don't feel whatever the situation is to how someone is either being treated or is treating themselves, I don't think it's in alignment, and I don't think it's justified. Something like that is what I'm getting. Um, I don't know, like the message coming through, it's about learning and growing, right, from the difficult experiences. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't really know what I was rambling on about. I'm going to pull another card to kind of wrap up this section of the reading, and we'll see what else we get. Okay, group number 3. What guidance is here for you? Oh my gosh. What is going on here, group number 3? There just seems to be so much embarrassment, humiliation, regret, guilt, shame. Just, oh my gosh, I wish I could just give you a big hug. And Sadie too. Can you show everyone your cuteness? Right there. Right there. Oh, she's so perfect. Okay, keep it together. She's burping. Okay, keep it together, you little cutie. There's just so much challenging energy here. Yeah, I don't know. This is just, again, highlighting everything I was rambling on about with all this difficult, challenging energy. I don't, I don't know if everything coming through is more that you're doing this to yourself, right? That there's maybe a lot of negative self-talk. You constantly bring up your past and like replay things in your head, something like that. Or if you're linked and connected to someone that's doing that to you, right? And again, maybe don't have, the best approach about them, something like that. I feel like no matter how the circumstance is playing out, that it needs to stop, right? That if you're doing this to yourself, it's a feeling of you just breaking your own heart over and over again. And if someone else is doing this to you, it's not right, and it's not okay. That's what I'm getting. And again, I don't know what this is exactly linked and connected to, and there's obviously varying degrees to things, and don't get me wrong, like sometimes, yeah, people make decisions that they severely regret, that hurt other people, and I'm not saying to take that lightly, right? If something has happened where another person got hurt, then yes, that needs to be taken seriously. But there's just something coming through here in the reading. Okay, especially, that's the message. Especially if whatever you've got going on here, again, all this challenging, difficult stuff, if someone else, again, is rubbing all of this in your face, your past, or again, an embarrassing situation, or trying to humiliate you, something like that. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, what was I going to say? What was the message? It's something about how they're making it worse. Like there's something here about not kicking someone when they're down. That's the message coming through. And I don't know, I just, with this card coming out, and again, I'm really hoping that this is not linked and connected to the person that's, I feel, maybe again going about things in not so great way. I feel this is more that, again, there's someone that can help you heal, or that would be kind and gentle with you to whatever this is linked and connected to. What else am I getting? Yeah, there's just something. Yeah, there's something here about someone. Again, it feels like someone, again, is trying to humiliate someone, or like just to let it fester. And I'm getting riled up here because I feel, again, if this is linked and connected to someone else, again, is doing this to you, the most frustrating part about it is I don't feel that they're reminding you of something that maybe you forgot about, okay? The energy linked into these cards, okay? Again, like if this is resonating with you, and again, if you're wrapped up in type of energy of shame, guilt, regret, embarrassment, humiliation, whatever it is, you don't forget about it, right? It's not like you woke up this morning and you're like just carrying on with your life and someone's like, oh, I need to remind you about that embarrassing thing you did, or I need to humiliate you because you did this and you did that. And again, to try to keep you in this energy of shame and feeling guilty, feeling regret, something like that. Like that speaks volumes, right? Linked into the other person. And again, don't get me wrong, it's tricky because again, there's varying degrees of things, and if there's other people, linked and connected that were affected, then it is what it is. But there's just something to where I feel the energy coming through here is not justified, okay? So whatever someone's done to how I feel they're being treated is not right. So again, for some of you, it's linked and connected to another person. For others of you, you're doing this to yourself. It's like you just keep replaying like a horrible situation or experience. Something like that is what I'm getting. But I feel like this energy can be transformed, okay? So again, back to this little charm here. If you're sitting here thinking you're never ever going to be able to get over this, you're never going to be able to move past it, to heal, I'm here to tell you that's not the case. I definitely feel that this is something that you can deal with, you can heal, you can move on. I feel that you can be made better, right, from difficult experiences of that sort of thing. But just a strong message coming through here about being very careful about who you are interacting with, to who builds you up and who tears you down. Yeah, there's a feeling here, someone, I don't know, feeling like they're being kicked when they're down, or not being able to live down their past. Something like that is what I'm getting, but I don't feel that, I don't know, I just feel like someone, needs to be a lot more kind and gentle with themselves when it comes to everything that I was rambling on about. So those are the messages coming through for group number 3. I was going to say I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading, but it was kind of really difficult messages. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And that's it. I'm going to go away.